us Australians can play basketball, like we can bowl. I was so excited, it was so emotional, like it was everything. Like it was just such a great moment. And like seeing what she's done and being like, that's like, I want to do that, like that is so amazing. At the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I play basketball, but it's like, you see a little girl over there, she's doing that because she's seen me do it.
With the 12th pick in the 2024 WNBA Draft, the Atlanta Dream select Nyadiew Puoch from Australia.
Until I like go over there and I start actually like being a part of it is when I can kind of finally like get that over my head. They flew me and my mum out. All the other drafty girls were there as well, and we had like media training. So it was like a lot of days of like learning, sinking things in, getting to know new people. But in the whole time it was going, there was cameras, people in the face, like interview people and stuff like that. I'm not used to that kind of stuff where the Americans, like they loved it. Like they were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna do this. And I was like kind of in the back like, oh, I don't wanna get interviewed. I was really open-minded. Like I knew it was gonna be a lot. A lot of people told me that it was gonna be a lot, but it was just like those kind of moments where you just need to sink it in and not overthink it and just kind of go with the flow, which I did. Draft day happened. They got my dress sorted, my makeup. So I literally sat in a chair the whole day and they just like did my makeup, did my hair, and they're like, put your dress on. So I really did nothing but just like eat food and like get prepared. And before I knew it, it was like us drafty girls had to get onto a bus and then like leave our parents and then whoever else was coming, and then they met us later in the draft room. So we all went, and then I was in the bus with like the drafty girls, the college girls, Caitlin Clark, Cameron Brink, all of them. So we were in the bus together and we were all like, we looked amazing. Like a lot of the, like we looked great, and I was like, thank the Lord I didn't have to do this because this is so much effort. Because like being a basketballer is great, but putting on makeup and stuff is just not me. There were cameras everywhere and there were people everywhere, and I think this is the first year that they had fans invited into the green room. So there were heaps of people in that, which is great. Like it was great to see so much people supporting us and being there. We had a lot of interviews to get through, heaps of people to talk to, which it was fun though. Like if that's your social battery kind of thing, that anyone would love that. Like it was, you walk in and it was like, tell me about you, tell me about what you're wearing, you know, this and that. As the draft went through and then the names get called, you just wait until your name gets popped up. But my agent knew where I was gonna go, and like he asked me before, he was like, do you want me to tell you and stuff? And I was like, nah, don't tell me, but like just give me a heads up. So then, because my dress had like a little snail like trail thing, so I had to make sure that when I was walking up, I didn't trip or anything, because obviously one, there's fans and we're on live TV, and there was a lot of people viewing that, and I was like, I don't want to be on this for the wrong reason. On the tables, they had camera people like in front of you, so then like it could be you or it could not be you. So then it was like a kind of a guessing game. Like, is it going to be me or is it going to be the girl on the next table? Because it was like two cameras there, but yeah. But then when my name got called, it was like such a relief, because I was like, thank Lord I don't have to stress. But it was just such a great feeling. The people there were amazing. Like people were like so supportive of me, and I feel like not a lot of people knew who I was, especially being Australian. Talking in front of everyone was very scary and very new, but it was cool, it was great. Yeah. But that whole experience was just surreal. Like it was so great. That whole kind of weeks of me talking to teams, I didn't have enough time to actually talk to Atlanta. So when I got picked by them, I was like the only team I didn't get to actually talk to, which was crazy. I feel like it happened so quickly. Like when I got my name called, I was like, wow. Because it's like, you know, sitting on that table, it's not guaranteed you're going to get picked or not, and you don't know where you're going to get picked, and it's like whether you get picked or not, it's still great being there. It's such a great achievement. But I was so excited, it was so emotional, like it was everything. Like it was just such a great moment. I'm so happy I experienced that, and like, you know, whenever I'm old or whatever, and I can go back to this and like tell my kids and like be like, yeah, I went to the green room and I did that and stuff, and I'm so glad I went and did it. Like it's just such a great experience, and like I hope anyone that gets the opportunity actually can go and do it, because obviously being in Australia and being Australian, it's different. Like, we don't have the draft rooms, like we don't do all that kind of stuff, and the media there is like incredible. Like they love, like they get around the girls so much, the athletes and everything about it, and it's just so great to just be around and stuff. And it made me feel like an actual professional basketball player, which is like, I think that's what we need a lot of the times when we're around that kind of surroundings. But it was great. When I did get drafted, obviously the next day I went to Atlanta, which was good. Like it was good to get to know them, talk to them about what's happening in the next couple of years, like seasons and stuff, and like get to know the place and like, you know, meet the team as well. Like I met Haley Jones, Renee Howard, like it was great.
Are you gonna go on Hayley Jones' podcast? I know you said you're not used to media,
yeah.
but she has some fun ones, doesn't she?
Yeah,
she seems like a fun character.
She does. Yeah, I did talk to her when I was there, and she's such a lovely person.
Seems
but
that way.
I don't know if she wants me on it. I'm happy to talk with her.
This is your pitch. You love the media now.
After I got drafted, like you have to like. So much media stuff.
Yeah.
Like you go to like every door and there's a media thing that you have to do for the WNBA, of course, which like one, I was at the time I was so emotional, I was crying and everything, and two, like my phone was like blowing up and I was like, I can't see that right now. And obviously, like I don't see what else is going on in the draft room.
Now I asked you about Izzy Ball-Lace. Now she's been drafted also to Atlanta.
That is amazing. When Kane did interview me and he told me, I was so shocked.
It was good.
I was so surprised. I was actually like I was gonna cry again because I was just so happy for her, because me and Izzy are like, we're close friends and close mates, and she's such a great basketball player and such a great person as well. Me knowing that I'm gonna be going to like my next professional thing and she's gonna be around and then be in my corner, I was like, that's probably one of the greatest things ever. Because it's like, obviously one, it's nerve-wracking, like we're young, yes, but going over to a different country and doing that all by yourself is crazy. Like even when I went to the draft, I was like scared and I was like, oh my God, I'm happy I have my mum around here. Like imagine playing a whole basketball, season here. So hearing that, I was like, that is amazing. It's literally any dream of anyone to like go over and play with like their best friend and like someone they really know that's close. So I was so happy, and yeah, when he told me, I was so shocked because I was like, how? Like that's just amazing.
How's that work? Yeah.
Yeah, but it was such a good thing to hear. We FaceTime each other and we talked to each other. We were just like so shocked and like everything. But it was just like when I finally got to sit down, like obviously I've called my family and my friends and my close people, but then like I called her, I was like, oh my God, Izzy, and she was like, oh my God, and I was like, ah, and we were just in so much shock, but we were so happy for each other, which was good. Like it's
cool.
Such a great feeling.
You touched on Caitlin Clark before. I'd be rude not to touch on her because the world has gone Caitlin Clark mad, but in a great way.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to brush shoulders with her or say hello or anything like that?
We did cross paths, we said hello and stuff, but she's very busy. Like she's very busy.
Yeah.
She had things going on there and there every minute, every second of the day, and like she was very good with that. Like she's very media trained, but of course. But yeah, she was really busy with everything. Like I don't know how. Like I thought I was busy, but she was on one, so I was like, I couldn't imagine. But yeah, she did say hi to me and stuff, and we did cross paths there and there. But yeah, all the girls were great. They were so great to me when I was up there, because obviously being like young and 19, they were all 22, 23 and stuff, and they're like to me, oh my God, how are you doing this? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how I'm here and stuff like that. But it was good. It was good for them to like kind of comfort me a bit, and because it was nerve-wracking very muchly, and they're big names, and like watching them from afar, like being here and watching them like, March Madness, and then watching what they're doing for women's basketball, I'm like, wow, that's cool. And then being in a room with them, I'm like, this is amazing.
What's like a moment or interaction from the night that maybe no one saw, or maybe like it's a lower key thing, but you'll like that will stay with you forever? I
think just my mom just being there the whole time. Like my mom does so much for us and my family, and she does sacrifice a lot for us, and being a single parent is not easy, and of course with the family of the 7 kids of us, so that's very hard. Her just being with me the whole time and just being there, being able to travel overseas, taking off work to do that, and just like kind of just having her moment just to be around it was just good. I was happy to see that she was happy doing that and being around me and stuff, being there on my draft night and being there on my special night. So I think just her being around was great. Obviously was there for 2 seasons, so my rookie season, I was like, I didn't even know what to expect. Like I was like, I'm coming with open mind, like I'm just coming to play basketball, do whatever anyone needs from me, honestly. And I did that. Like I came in and just, Coach Cheryl was like, go on and do this. And I was like, yeah, we'll do that for you. And I did it. It was just a great experience. And of course playing with Lauren Jackson, not everyone gets to say that. It was incredible. Like she was bringing in the biggest crowds ever. Like she was bringing so much. And obviously just her being there was like, it was scary. Like Lauren is scary.
In the best kind of way.
Yeah, but she's such a great person. It means so well, and was just helping me around and stuff like that, which is good. The second year, we did win it and stuff, and it was such a great season too. Like I think it helped that we had a lot of girls that were there in the first season, so then the next season it just kind of helped gel a bit more. Obviously in a professional environment there's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be different things, you won't play as much as you think you will. Like it's just making sacrifices, and like I was so happy to do that for my team. at the end of the day, it was like, you're not going to look back and be like, oh, this person played this and this person did that. It was like, it's such a team effort thing. And we did that. Like, everyone like chipped in and did what they could and stuff. And we had such a great team. Like, our roster was amazing. Like, my first season was different to what my second season was. And you just have to be like so open-minded and like be coachable. Like, be able to change things, you know, things aren't going to be what you want it to be, but you just have to accept it and just move on. And it's not going to define who you are as a person and like, you know, where you're going to go in the next couple of years.
You mentioned Dandenong. Let's talk about Rangers. Like, what's the value in this league?
Being able just to work on different things that I don't like kind of focus on in the WNBL season, and like obviously playing a different role helps as well. I'm very fortunate to be able to grow up where I play my NBL 1. There I played when I was a little girl here at NBL 1. But like just being able just to like grow every time and come on the ball and to the court and just being confident and knowing that everyone on the team has my back, my coaches have my back, like the crowd, my fans have my back, like, you know, being confident out there and just being able just to, you know, do something and not be like, oh, am I going to get subbed off, or oh my God, like this is in the heat of the moment, this is real, like, you know. And it's a great league too. Like, I mean, the NBL 1 South is great. Like, we've got like a lot of WNBL girls that are in this league as well, which is incredible. Like, you know, you go up against teams and it's like, you have to fight. Like, it's like, you're not gonna chill out and like, you know, I'm not gonna play defense and stuff like that, because people are coming at you and stuff. Like, people wanna come for you and stuff, which is great. Like, you know, you don't wanna play in a league where it's like, you're running up and down, you're chucking how many shots you want and it's just a breeze and stuff, you know. You want people to make it hard for you, and that's what's good. Like, it's so competitive.
Does Dandenong feel like a home? Like, does the Rangers feel like an absolute home because like your sister plays, your brother plays, I don't know how many other, but does it feel like one big, like wholesome community? It
is, I don't know, like I played my first ever basketball here. You know, I tried out when I was a little girl when I was here and I had no idea about basketball. Like, I was not very good. But I came here to Dandenong and it's like, ever since I've been, you know, I touched the floor over here, it's just been home to me. Obviously my family plays here. My sister plays with me in the NBL 1, my brother plays in the men's team. My younger siblings play in the junior teams as well. So it's just literally family here. It's good to come back and, you know, give back to them and just be happy playing where I grew up. I'm trying to work on things that I don't usually work on. Like, you know, it's easy to come here and like take 10 right-hand layups and stuff and go to the rim, but it's like, can I do something different?
Like what?
So, like maybe go to the left side, use my left hand. Don't shy away from the contact. Like, just doing things that I am not comfortable with and just getting used to like kind of getting uncomfortable to make it comfortable. So we've got Manny, my sister, that's a 17-year-old, that's our starting big man, and she's been doing great. Wow. Okay. She's been amazing. I'm not trying to be biased because I'm her sister, but she's been incredible. Like, she's been taking a lot. And she's only 17, you know, like people say I'm only 19 doing this, but I'm like, have you seen my sister? Like, she's 17 and she's schooling some grown ladies here that we play against, and she's been doing great. She's been handling very well. As a young girl, going to high school, you know, she still goes to school every day, comes to train with us and stuff, and she still handles it very well. I think with our team, we're very special that we can play defense, which leads to our offense, and that's not, you don't get that a lot from NBL 1 teams. Like, no one wants to play defense, but I think we kind of taken that on board and we're like, we're going to be that defensive team, and we've been doing such a great job. Like, we come on the court and girls are playing defense and we're hustling and everyone's just playing their role, but I think we're doing such a great job.
So what's the plan now? Is the plan WNBL, then try out all WNBA stuff?
I'll play WNBL. I will see in free agency.
Cool.
Yeah, free agency happens because my contract's up for Flyers, so I guess I'll see what's going to happen. Talk to whoever wants me, maybe.
This is your pitch.
Free agency will happen. Then after free agency, I will play the WNBL, and then I'll go over to America. Lovely. I remember watching, like, even though I have to get up at 3 a.m. in the morning, so watching some of the games, I was like, this is cool, like this could be me in the next year or something, you know, playing that. But, you know, of course I got drafted and this and that, and it's like, yeah, but again, it's like, the work doesn't stop. Like, you got to keep working hard. You got to get into training camp. You got to make a roster spot. So it's like, you can't really relax and be like, yeah, I got drafted. Because it's like, you still got to work hard to get to that final spot. So yeah, it's cool. You just got to keep working.
Anytime you get to represent Australia, like, what does that actually feel like?
It's amazing. Like, it is great. Like, every kid dreams of it, you know, representing their country and stuff. And it's such a great thing, you know, being able to put on that green and gold jersey who doesn't want to do that? You know, it's just such a great feeling, and it should be something that everyone dreams of.
After you got drafted, you said you started listing off Lauren Jackson, Penny Taylor. You didn't say Jade Melbourne and Ezzy and all those other girls, but how much do those girls inspire you, just from like whether it's WNBA to WNBL or vice versa or whatever it is? Like, how much have they made like this goal more realistic?
Ezzy actually, she messaged me before it and was talking to me about it, and like was giving me tips, and I was talking to her and she talking to me back, and it was kind of a more relief hearing it from her, because she's one, a great basketball player, but two, a great person. Like, and hearing that from her, it was so like, I was just so thankful to hear that from her, and obviously seeing what she's doing. She's been amazing, and it's such a great thing to look up to her, and like I've been looking up to her as well, and like seeing what she's done and being like, that's like, I want to do that, like that is so amazing. But obviously, like, you know, Jade Melbourne, Shanice Swain, like I know them two really well as well, and seeing them, you know, kind of doing the same pathway as me, it's just cool. It's like amazing. Like, I remember doing an interview there in America saying that, like, you know, us Australians can play basketball, like we can bowl, and like, you know, what we're doing so far and being able to kind of make them see us is just such a great thing. 5
to 10 years from now, I'm putting you on the spot. Like, what's one big goal you have ticked off? You have to give me an answer.
Wow. I think just maybe being an inspiration to, like, I know from my community, it's a big thing of like what I'm doing. Like, there's not many girls that are being able to kind of go in that pathway of, you know, one, playing basketball and then being able to take it very far. But I think doing that, and obviously I come from a big family, and like my siblings look up to me and they're like, wow, like I want to be like my sister, and their friends are like, oh my God, your sister's so cool. That's not true, but doing what I'm doing right now, and for kids to just look up and be like, Mum, I want to do that. I want to be able to do that. And I think obviously being South Sudanese it's not easy to, you know, play sports and like be able just to do what you want to do and stuff like that, because it is hard. Like, you know, there's many families that are like ours, you know, single mum of 6, whatever, how many siblings, and it's hard. Like, it's hard to get your kid around. It's hard for your kid to stay in the sport they love. So I think just being able for them to be like, I want to do that, and I'm going to work hard and keep doing what you want to do. So I think for me, like, basketball, yes, it's about like, you know, obviously doing the WNBA, doing WNBL and stuff, but I think it's for also just like branding myself to like help little kids that don't see themselves doing that, like being like, you know, I want to do that and stuff. And because obviously from being from South Sudan as well as being Australian, like many kids don't get this opportunity, and like I want to help them be able to do that and stuff. And like at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I play basketball, but it's like you see a little girl over there, she's doing that because she's seen me do it. So hopefully it gets into a little bit like that, but yeah. And just obviously making my family proud, because, you know, we played this in the park and like no one took it seriously, and we did it for fun, and then here I am. But yeah, just making my mum proud especially as well, because she does sacrifice a lot for us, and she is a great lady and a powerful independent woman. So.